Today, I'm going to rant / give you all a bit of helpful advice. One of the things that has helped me the most in regards to my communication and how I project myself has been completely eliminating ums and ahs. Now, I know this is something that is extremely obvious, and it's actually one of the first few pieces of advice that oftentimes you'll get if you're attending, let's say, Toastmasters or any public speaking seminars, anything in which you are working on developing your presentation skills, your oration, etc. English is not my first language, but if you take a look at my videos, you'll notice that I don't stutter. And well, I might stutter, but I don't say and ah. And that is very intentional. I've worked a lot on eliminating that from my vocabulary. I realize that sometimes I'll mess up a word, I'll trip up, which is fine, I don't really care. But it's way better than actually saying a couple words and then doing It's something that I completely eliminated, and now that I worked on it to the point where I don't say it anymore, I notice whenever anyone does it, and it's annoying at how frequently people do it. Adults saying and ah every 2 to 3 words. It amazes me how some people struggle to concisely deliver their thoughts, especially if it's in their native language, because I'm using English as an example, but it really applies to any language. If it's your first language, there's really no reason why you should be saying ums and ahs. You have to make it a point to get rid of those filler words completely. Something that helped me, and again, English is not my first language, and yet I've managed to do it, so if English is your first language, it should be easier for you. But something that helped me was when I started making videos on YouTube, I started to notice not just the use of filler words, but also those little, let's say, tics or body language quirks that I do while I'm speaking. For example, something that I used to do in my earlier videos, which I might still do, is I used to smack my lips a lot when I was speaking, or I would breathe excessively heavy, especially when I was saying something that maybe I wasn't 100% sure of, or I was just ranting. I would finish the sentence with just letting out a gasp of air. And when I played it back and I listened to it, it sounded odd. The point of this is that I wasn't aware of this until I watched myself, until I received feedback to actually start correcting those mistakes. And oftentimes, the reason why we say ums and ahs is because no one calls it out. That's number one. And number two is because everyone else does it. But it's one of those things that as soon as you fix it, which honestly doesn't take that long, you'll start to notice how frequently other people do it. And it's something that once I completely eliminate it, I've gotten a lot of compliments from other people saying that they actually thought that English was my first language when it's not. If you notice, when I am speaking, I just did it there. I take a lot of pauses. Instead of saying ums and ahs, take a pause. Slow down your speech. There's no timer, there's no clock. Think what you're going to say, think it through, and then say it. I don't know why people have to say and ah. So, this is all to say that this is something that is very easy to fix. Objectively, it's quite easy to fix. Probably you're not aware that you're doing it because no one has called you out on it. If you're not doing it, then, great job. But if you are, record yourself, even if you're not going to post it anywhere. Just record yourself, observe yourself, and pay attention to how you speak, the gestures you make in your face. That's something I also noticed. I used to do some weird gestures, but it gives personality, so fuck it. I keep doing whatever gestures I make. Also, you'll notice gestures with your hands or any other odd movements you might make. Overall, it's something that once you analyze, you can decide what to keep and what to get rid of, or what to work to get rid of. Ums and ahs, for sure, get rid of those. But then there's other gestures that maybe you can adapt to a style of your own, especially if you are let's say, creating content, because this would be completely different if I would just create content like this, standing still, I'm not moving, and I look like a robot. It comes across as weird, like too monotone, and especially on camera, where you have to actually exaggerate the energy and how animated you are, because it comes across as actually less than what it really is when other people watch it. But that's a topic for another day. But yeah, it's something that helped me incredibly. It's something that has garnered me at least a lot of, let's say, recognition. People instantly assume that you're confident, that you know what you're talking about, and just knowing how to express yourself. If you're an adult and you don't know how to express yourself, bruv, I don't know what's going on with you. But yeah, that's my rant. Really something that is not that hard to fix. It's greatly helped me. Just sharing my experience, because a couple days ago, we were at a networking event and a couple of us got a chance to stand in front of the group and speak. I was one of those, and I got complimented by the host because of my presentation. And it's amazing how other people who presented, who are native English speakers, did not do as good of a job. Yeah, that's my experience. That's my advice. It's helped me. Maybe it'll help you. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.